The Oklahoma City Thunder, they play a beautiful brand of basketball because really they just check off all the boxes. You look at their top player, MVP level player, for box office ability, getting, butts and seats. That's a check. You got SGA. All NBA level players. You got Jalen Williams. Check. All defensive level players. You got Lou Dort. You got Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren. Check, check, and check. Team chemistry. Check across the board. All-world GM to put the pieces in place for a chip, deep runs. Sam Presti, that's a check. A coach that can make adjustments. Coach Mark D, that's a check. Good bench. You got Jalen Williams, Isaiah Joe, AJ Mitchell. You got more folks as well. Wiggins. AJ Mitchell was nice in the summer league, by the way. He's proven to be nice in the league. Really, my favorite thing to watch with this team is just the fact they just look hungry. They still look hungry, even though they figured it out. They're kind of in a flow state. Last year, when you watched them in the finals, I personally, in my videos, I said it, you can kind of see them playing with a little bit of imposter syndrome, like they weren't supposed to be there. You could see J-Dub, he was hitting the front of the rim a little too many times, and I said, during that time, I said something was wrong with his legs. I didn't think he was getting enough air on those shots. Sure enough, turns out that he had a wrist surgery once the season was done, so clearly his wrist was bothering him. He had an injury then as to why he wasn't getting enough air on the shot. So it wasn't his legs, but there was something there. Chet Holmgren, I thought he didn't shoot the ball well in the finals either, but they still handled business against the Pacers. When really, if that team was clicking like how they're clicking right now, that series should have been done in like 5 or 6 games max. Shouldn't have gone 7. That rookie stuff, it's over with this year. They look very comfortable on offense, and their defense looks hungry. Now, in my opinion, they're the only team that I trust outside of the Rockets to play man defense well. I trust this defense against any offense in the league to just create disruption. Every player on this team rotates well on defense, and they're disciplined. The thing I can't stand, you watch a guy close out, they do this high jump, and they don't chop their feet. It's like basics of basketball. This goes back to fundamentals. The Thunder, they chop their feet, and their guards are great at playing passing lanes. If you watch Caruso and Case and Wallace, these guys are really particularly good at this. I have to also give them credit. Ball denial, impeccable. Let me say this, Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein, they're a fantastic combo. They're probably the best front court in the league that I can think of in terms of just effectiveness. They clean up anything that gets, I'm talking about defense, they clean up anything that gets through on dribble penetration. Nothing's getting through in terms of if you get past Case and Wallace or Alex Caruso or Lou Dort or SGA for whatever reason on the perimeter, it's getting through, and one of those guys is going to clean it up. They're either going to wall up or they're going to get the block off the backboard. Somebody's going to clean that up. What they did to the Lakers this year is a perfect example of kind of how their defense flows. They made the Lakers look like a JUCO team playing against 2000s Duke. It really was it was a mismatch everywhere. The rest of the league should be ashamed of themselves, not just for the defense aspect. I'm talking about the whole thing. When you just look at the roster of OKC, Oklahoma City is in the middle of the country. All right, this is not sexy Miami. This is not New York City with all these different things going on. This is not LA. It's not Dallas. It's not like a huge city. This is in the middle of the country. This is correct me if I'm not, if I'm mistaken. This is like tornado town. Okay, I'm not big Oklahoma City. I've been all over the United States, but I stay out of certain states. Oklahoma is not a place I've gotten a chance to go through. I'm telling you right now, from what I've seen, it's not the hottest place to be from a free agent perspective. Yet they still get a whole bunch of talents because most of the talent they get is homegrown. Oklahoma City, they've drafted 3 MVPs in the last 20 years. You got James Harden. He won MVP somewhere else, but they still drafted him. They could tell the talent was there, even though they let him go. Russell Westbrook, and obviously Kevin Durant. They also traded an injury-prone player in Paul George for a future MVP and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now that is an eye for talent. Okay, you have to give them credit for the pieces they signed, like Caruso and Hartenstein. I believe what they saw in Hartenstein on the Knicks, some of his gritty play, great rebounding, cleaning up on defense, hustle player. Caruso, he was a dog on the Lakers. He was a dog in Chicago. And what is he doing now? He's dogging these dudes out. Once again, Oklahoma City. These other teams, they had a chance to get them for those free agents, but they still couldn't get the deals done. Somehow the Oklahoma City Thunder, they got them. Now, I've been saying it for years. I think Sam Presti, he must have dirty tapes or he must have files on some of these other GMs or something. must have something on these dudes because somehow, some way, the stuff that he has done in the past 15 years, nobody else has been able to replicate it. It's been phenomenal. Nothing short of that. Now we'll break down a few plays on defense, where I just think this team is just ridiculous on the defensive end. If you look at this play, Cason Wallace is he's gonna fight over 2 screens. Hartenstein is gonna slide out, wall up, disrupt the passing lane. They can do this because Chet, he's an eraser. He can man the middle to clean up shots off the glass. Now he's gonna body people up, no, but he's long. He's not Wemby long, but Wemby, he's a freak. He's one of one. Chet, by regular standards of the NBA, Chet is long as hell. Okay, everybody else is staying home. They know the personnel. They're not going to be run all over the place. Stay home. Let these guys handle it. They're off to the races. Next play, you got AJ Mitchell. Offense, he's a dog, and on defense, he's shown really good effort as well, playing discipline. He's guarding AR-15. Hartenstein slides down. He's not worried about DeAndre Ayton. He slides down. Everybody's going to, do great staying at home. Hartenstein gets a hand on it. AJ Mitchell tracks it down, takes it the other way. Let's go. Next play, we got AJ Mitchell again. He follows the cutter. He switches with Chet. He's not doing a lazy switch. He's ball denying the entire way. These guys on the Thunder, they have active hands. Active hands, they're ball denying. They're jumping passing lanes. And what they do is they jump passing lanes when they see that you're in a bad position, like you're coming out of a spin move or you're already in the air and you have to let the ball come out of your hands. That's when they jump. They don't jump willy-nilly. They're not like Allen Iverson. Credit to him, he was a great thief, but he would take a lot of gambling, or he would do a lot of gambling on the court, jumping for steals, leaving your team open on defense if you miss. These guys aren't really doing that. They do a very calculated jump when it comes to the passing lanes. Another thing the Thunder do great, they do a great job sending a second man whenever somebody's in the post or if they're doing a spin move, that blind spot. But really with this next play, it's the third man, Cason Wallace. He knows his personnel. He's not worried about Rui hitting a 3. He drops down. He knows LaRaven's going to try and kick it to the big, and he's chasing the ball, going the other way. Now, the next play is just an example of Alex Caruso. He's just being a dog. He chases AR-15 down and steals it from the wrong side. AR-15 is a good player. He's got a good handle. He chases this man down from the wrong side, gets the steal. That's the stuff, that's really the side he should be able to shield it. With his left hand, he should be able to shield the ball. Caruso somehow goes and gets it, takes it back, straight hustle, obviously knocks down a 3 after that. I mean, this team's very good with their hands. They do a hell of a job switching, and they know which personnel to leave and which to stay home on. The Oklahoma City Thunder really, when you just watch them, if you compare them to the annals of teams in history, they're on a run right now. It's kind of reminiscent of, first thing that comes to mind is that 2012-13 Heat team, where they won like 26 or 27 games straight, and then they won the chip. They ought to don't repeat. There's another team that comes to mind, the 73-9 Warriors 2016, that we all know of. Really, that series, that Game 7 that they lost, unbelievable. That whole series, really, if Draymond just doesn't act stupid, they probably won that series. And he played well outside of those little moments, but, that thing probably cost them. There were a few other things that went the Cavs' way. But series is done. Cavs won. Warriors had a historic season, ended up losing the chip. So really, we're just going to have to see with this Oklahoma City Thunder team. Are they going to be able to do the whole thing like how the Heat did on that second run where they're in that flow state? They look good. The 73-9 Warriors looked even better than the 2015 ones. And the 2015 Warriors won like 60-something. I think it was 67 or 68 games. And the 2016 Warriors, they just went on a ridiculous regular season run. And the postseason, they looked unstoppable until they saw the Cavs. So, I mean, we're going to have to see what version of the Thunder we're going to see in the playoffs. Hopefully everybody in the whole league is healthy, not just them. We're going to see. But I would suggest if you're new to basketball, or you're just learning it, just starting to watch it, or if you just love the fundamentals of basketball, watch the Thunder because they check all the boxes. They're not going to give you a lazy night where they're not playing defense, not running on offense in terms of running through their lanes, actually cutting properly, sealing people off, boxing out. All the little things they do at the highest level in terms of at the NBA level, which usually guys are known for taking nights off, checking out, not giving you full effort, a la the Clippers, a la, other teams out there that are just phoning in and mailing it in. You don't have to worry about that with the Thunder. As usual, God bless. All right.